Hello again, folks. This is AJ Wildman. Today we're going to talk about right now we're going to talk about the second big issues proposal, which relates to the US population management idea, or concept, or need, as it really is. The world, depending on how you feel about it, is currently overpopulated. Period. That's why people are dying all the time, right? Suffering, starving. All right, just bad conditions around the world, and not getting better in a lot of places. Now, I looked at the world population counter. You can go out to the internet and check this out anytime. There's all kinds of little statistics out there you wouldn't believe. Currently, as of today, right? Today is October 4th. Okay. There are 7.45 billion people living in the world. And today, as the stats are shown, so far today, in the afternoon, 272,000 people were born, right? 114,000 people had died, that meaning about 158,000 more people were in the world today, okay? So, the issue is this. The world is overpopulated. That's why we're having people going from country to country, migrating, because of bad crops, bad governments, whatever. And we need to get a control over this. Now, I'm talking about managing our population on one hand in this particular proposal, and I have one down there on international issues where the entire world, the United Nations, is going to have to address this issue over the next couple of years, right? They're going to have to really get serious about it. So, just focusing for the moment on the U.S., we are one of the few countries in the entire world that does not have a citizen ID. Sure, we have a social security number, we have driver's license numbers, but we do not have a unique way of identifying our citizens. And some people say, oh, Big Brother, Big Brother. Well, if you don't think Big Brother's around right now with all the security that runs around this country, slap yourself, all right? Wake up now. So what I'm recommending here, very flat, is we're going to set up a national ID system. Hopefully we'll start registering people in 2017. And if we do it right, we won't have to do the 2020 census, because we're going to have everybody registered. We're going to find out who's here legally, who belongs here, who the citizens are, who is here illegally, and I generally call them illegal occupants, the IOs, all right? From all over the world, not just Mexico or Central and South America. I worked for the Immigration Service for a number of years as a consultant, and believe me, people come here every day through our airports with one-way tickets and their bags loaded, all right? No intention of leaving. So we're going to have to get this under control, and again, some of this is going to relate back to, strangely enough, climate change and the water coming up, okay? And people trying to figure out where we're going to put all these people. And we'll figure that out. Those are complicated issues, and I've got some ideas on that. So, we're going to get everybody identified. We're going to have an ID that we can show, and I'll be glad to show anybody my ID. I don't care. I belong here. I'm not doing anything wrong, so everything's good. But it'll have our face on it and our fingerprints, all right? We'll have a true national ID, and it will be unique, all right? We will also identify anyone who's here illegally for the first time, and we'll sort it out. I was listening to Chris Matthews' show on MSNBC a couple weeks ago, and he had a relatively new House of Representative number. He'd been in there a couple of terms, probably. And normally when they're talking about illegal occupants, illegal aliens, the number of 10 or 11 million is thrown around. Well, several times in that conversation, he referred to the number 18 million like it was a matter of fact. So the matter of fact is, people don't know how many illegals we have in this country, what they're doing, all right? So we're finally going to sort them out. Now, we have something called resident aliens, all right? Authorized resident aliens. They're here, they've been here for a while, they have no desire normally to be citizens, and they just become qualified regular resident aliens. So we're going to set up a category, probably initially, a couple different categories, that basically is an unauthorized resident alien. And we will begin to sort out those 18 to 20 million illegals that are here and decide, frankly, what to do with them all. Right? That's a longer conversation. but that is the way we'll be able to sort these things out. Because as things get a little testy as we go through this climate change and the water levels coming up, and get our economy straightened out, we're going to need to have a really good grip on what's going on with our population. And frankly, they say, well, this is an immigrant country. Well, great. We have more illegal occupants in our country than any other country in the world, probably every other country in the world combined, because they all know. It's like when they, over in Brussels and over in France, when they had those bombings, they knew exactly where to go get some of these people they were suspecting of being that. And we have to do that. This is just part of, if nothing else, national security. So that's it in a nutshell. That's what we're going to do. It's a necessary evil, if you want to look at it that way. And that's really all there is to say about that. It's a practical thing to do. And, you know, I'm proud to be an American. I'm a nationalist. I believe in our country. I'm not against people being here, maybe illegally, some of them, but not most of them. All right, we need to take care of our citizens first. As I talked about in that common agreement, we're going to take care of our people first, foremost. Everybody else gets in the back of the line, and that's it. These national pity parties over, oh, well, they have a terrible time in their country. Well, then they need to start straightening their own countries out. All right? Anyway, enough on that. Kind of rambled a little bit, but it's a serious issue, and we have to take a serious, mature national approach to taking care of our borders. So that's it, and take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.